Happy New Year. Welcome to my video here on YouTube, or if you're on my website, welcome. I am so excited to be back. I dropped out of Craftmas very quickly because I got very sick. I almost ended up in the hospital. I am still feeling it a tiny bit, but I am doing so much better, and I am glad to be back in my office. It's all cleaned up. Andrew is moved out of it, and I am back to crafting and sharing with you. So today is going to be a little bit longer of a video. I didn't speed this all the way up like I normally do because I'm going to make a couple cards with you. This is for the Color Club for January. Our color this month is Blueberry Bushel, which is a returning favorite. I am going to have all the information for the Color Club over on my website. And then you will also see a few other messages on my website. So if you want to take a look at the blog post and see a few more photos of this project, and then some of the updates for the new year, you can do that. There will be a link in the YouTube description. If you did not notice, at the very beginning of the video, there is a different intro. There will also be a different outro. I am doing some updating to my website. I'm just doing a little refresh. And you will notice on my website that a lot of the Stampin' Up! Items are removed. I no longer have a monthly club. Blessed to Craft ended in November of last year. And then Color Club will be wrapping up in just a few months. And I am very doubtful that I will do any other card related clubs, and so I have removed all of those items from my website. It's getting a little bit of a refresh. I love the rainbow colors that I'm using. I hope that you will enjoy that. And I am moving more towards memory keeping. I also have a YouTube membership that I will talk more about in just a moment. You saw I was prepping some of my stamps there, and then this is my brand new Tim Holtz trimmer. This trimmer I got for Christmas. My husband got it for me, and I was ecstatic to get it. I have been wanting to find a trimmer that worked well, and I think I have found it. I plan on doing a review of it and sharing my thoughts with it as soon as I use it some more. This is actually the first time that I've used it for crafting, and so I love it so far. I'm really loving it. I love all of the features of it, but I would like to use it a few more times, and then I would love to give my thoughts and feedbacks on it. Already it cuts like butter. It is amazing. I love it. So anyways, there's some updates that are happening that I'm very excited about. A little bit of a refresh on my website. I'm adding some design work that I'm doing, and you're going to be seeing in the next few weeks some design team work that I'm doing. I have been accepted onto a design team. It's the very first one that I have been a part of, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm very excited about it. And you will also see that I am moving away from card making. Card making is not something that I truly love. I enjoy doing it, but it's just not something that I love doing. I am a memory keeper at heart, and so there are going to be a lot of memory keeping projects here on my website and YouTube, and there will be fewer card projects. So I hope that you will stick around and be here for that. As I said, I do have a YouTube membership. There are 3 different tiers that you can check out. There is a basic $4.99 tier that you just join right here through YouTube. So simple, and then you get any of the videos that I post that are membership only. There is a $7.99 tier, which will get you all of the videos here on YouTube, and then it gets you access to a private Facebook group. And then there is a $14.99 tier that gets you all of the things, but it also gets you access to my memory keeping website that has all of my past classes on it and all of my past projects on it, and you have access to that. So you can look at those. I really appreciate your support here with my channel. If you have already joined, please know that I really appreciate it. As I am moving away from being a full-time Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I am having to find other ways to supplement my income to continue to be a full-time creator. And so that's what all of that is about, which I know is really boring, and we want to get back to crafting. So that's what we're going to get back to doing here. But I just wanted to share those updates and those things that are happening and let you know that there is so much more to come. All this week, I will have videos up Monday through Friday because it is the beginning of the month. There is a lot to post. Tomorrow, I am launching my Project Life Weekly. So I'm moving that from Thursdays to Tuesdays. And the entire month of January, we're going to be focusing on putting together a family or a personal album. So if you are into memory keeping, please check those videos out. So here we are. Let's get back to the card that I'm making. I'm using Blueberry Bushel, and I've done my card base in that. I pulled out some old pattern paper that I have. This is, I believe, last year's one of the basic sets, and this color just goes really nicely with the Blueberry Bushel. I've trimmed that down. When you are a part of the color club, all you have to do, whoops, I don't know what happened to my footage, but my screen went black and I had to stop and figure it out, and the rest of the footage for the rest of the part of this card is corrupt. So I don't know what happened. So I'm going to jump back into the card, but I'm going to be a little bit farther along in the process, and I'll walk you through that. All you have to do to join Color Club is place a $40 order before shipping and tax and use the host code that I post. And then you will get these 2 card kits from me. You will get a PDF with all of the measurements with 4 cards, 2 excuse me, 2 from myself and 2 from my friend Roberta. And so that is how the Color Club works. And I hope that you will join us. And I am so sorry about the little bit of the footage that was missing. All I did was attach the 4 squares of the green colored paper. I attached that into the middle of the card. I stamped this heart from the stamp set that I'm using, which all of the supplies will be listed on my website. I stamped the heart out. This heart stamp set will be available on January 4th when the new catalog goes live. I'm so sorry, that footage messing up totally threw me off my game here. But that stamp set that I used will be available on the 4th. So I stamped that, and then I fussy cut it. It does have dies that you can get with it. I just fussy cut it, and then I attached the heart just using some liquid adhesive. I stamped that sentiment. I put it on some foam adhesive. I used Azure Afternoon to stamp the sentiment, and then I attached that to the card. I grabbed some of my sequins that I love. I will be adding those to the card. So when you get the card kit from me in January, you will get the card bases, you will get the designer paper, you will get some of the sequins, and then you will be able to put together your card. If you want to put it together exactly how I put it together, you will want to purchase this stamp set. Again, the supplies will be listed on my website so that you can see exactly what I used. You have until the 12th of the month to place your Color Club card order. Again, you're just going to want to use the specific host code listed below to place your order. Make sure it is $40 before shipping and tax. The idea of that $40 order is if you are building up your colors from the brand new color refresh that Stampin' Up! Did last year, you can purchase a set of cardstock, an ink pad, a re-inker, and a set of blends, and then you can add an embellishment, and that will get your supplies for the new colors. You will be able to stock up your supplies for that. I know some of us already have the Blueberry Bushel stamped you know, the stamp pad or the re-inker, or we might not need those. So you are free to purchase whatever you want in that order. But if you use that host code, that is how I will know that you want these card kits. You will get the PDF that has a photo of Roberta's cards, and then you will also get Roberta's video. This month, I just made my video public because I had so much to catch you guys up on. I wanted to chat with you, so my video is public this month. A lot of times my video is not public for the Color Club. The other thing that you will get is all of the past projects, the PDFs and the videos. You won't get the physical product from those projects, but you will get all of the videos and all of the PDFs, so you can catch up on all of the projects that we've done. We've been doing the Color Club since, I think, May of last year. So here is my second card we're going to get started on, and I wanted to use these flowers in this stamp set, and I wanted to create my own piece of, you know, pattern paper. So I'm going to use the flower, and I'm also going to use the Blueberry Bushel ink pad, and we're going to get 2 different colors from one ink pad. So I'm just wiping off my stamp set. I prepped that in the beginning of the video. I just prepped the surface of my stamp set, and I just want to make sure that there's none of the little fuzzies from the eraser on there. I want to make sure that is dry. And then we're going to take the Blueberry Bushel ink pad. We're going to ink up our floral piece, and we're going to stamp. I'm stamping right off of the edge of the paper. My Blueberry Bushel ink pad is really juicy. You can see that. I actually like the look I get better when I stamp off. So we're going to ink it up, stamp off, and then we're going to come back to the paper and add that flower image again. And you can see how beautiful that is. You have a dark blue and a light blue. I'm going to continue to do that. This is a great way to get several different colors from your ink pad by just stamping off and then using that color. So I'm just adding these in. I really wanted them to be not right next to each other. Like, I feel like there's like a line of light blue and then a line of dark blue, but that's just the way it worked out. I just went in and I was stamping. This was the first time in about 3 weeks I had been in my office stamping or doing anything, and I just wanted to play with some new product that I had gotten from the new catalog that's coming up at the end of the week, and I wanted to get into my inks and just get back into crafting. I've been doing a lot of baking, a lot of recovering from being sick. Andrew got sick as well. My mom's been here, so we've been doing a lot of visiting and watching Christmas movies. And so I just wanted to get back into my ink and see what I could do. I never expect any project I do to come out perfect, particularly if I'm just getting back into it. I don't have a lot of creative inspiration right now as I'm just getting back into stamping and creating, and so I really just wanted to play and just have that fun sense of stamping and getting into the ink. I took a smaller floral image and I'm doing the smaller flowers in Azure Afternoon, and I just filled in some of those spaces. Again, I don't think it's perfect, but I don't think it needs to be. We're going to take some of the green pattern paper. I'm going to attach that to the very bottom of the card base. And then I'm going to bring in that piece that I created, and I'm going to layer that towards the bottom. You could layer it towards the top so it was evenly spaced out, but I thought I would do it on the bottom. And then one of the fun things that I did over the last few days, I was going to say this weekend, but we're literally in the middle of the week when I'm doing this. I have lost all sense of time, days of the week, all of it. I have no idea what's happening. But one of the things that I did is I organized all of my ribbon. So I took all of the rolls of ribbon I have, all the retired ribbon, all of my backstock ribbon. I took it out in the living room. I dumped it into the middle of the living room floor. I sorted it all into colors, and then I went through it. You're going to want to go over to my Facebook page and check out the photo that I shared. It'll be on my Facebook page. I will link my Facebook page in the description below. And you're going to want to check that out. I put a photo up and I said, guess how many rolls of ribbon I have. We counted them all, and then I did a huge de-stash of my ribbon, and whoever gets the closest to the number that I have, I'm going to send you several rolls of brand new ribbon. So there will be all of the details over on my Facebook page. You will see the ribbon that you will get sent. You will see the photo where you can guess. And because I have gone through all of my ribbon and organized it by color and just it's so nice and pretty in my drawer, I wanted to use a little bit of ribbon. So I went ahead and added some of the ribbon. Now that's a darker blue. It's a night of navy blue that I am using on there, but it totally works. So I'm going to add some foam. I am trying to go through all of my little random pieces of foam before I order more foam. So I'm just adding some of these random pieces of foam. Over on my website, I did mention that I have some updates over there on my website, and that is going to include details of my Amazon storefront that I have. That is just a way for me to organize all the products that I use. Oftentimes I get asked where I get my foam. I get it on Amazon, and I have a storefront where I do earn a little bit of commission. It is pennies, really, honestly, but it is a really great way for me to be able to organize everything. So I have an adhesive section. I have a craft room organization section. I have a memory keeping section. So there's some things on there where I can organize them a little bit better for you. All the details for that Amazon store, again, are linked on my website, along with details of that store, so that you know all the information you need to know. So I did another sentiment. I just used that same sentiment, "You are simply amazing." That is because it's really the only small one in the set. The other sentiments in the stamp set are a bit larger. I'm going to trim that down. I do flag this, but I'm going to end up changing that when it goes onto the card. It doesn't look right flagged at the end. So I'll just chop that. I end up chopping that off and making it straight. And then I will put that on the card. And then you will see both cards for my color club for this month. So I'm just trying to figure out where the best place to put it is going to be. Here's where I decide to chop that off, and then I will add that. So again, thank you so much for being here, being a part of this community, a part of my YouTube. I have been on YouTube now for 15 years, and it has changed a lot over the years. I've done a lot of different things, from Cricut tutorials to Stampin' Up, being a full-time Stampin' Up demonstrator. And now as I transition out of that and I move into memory keeping, I am looking forward to all of those things. So I hope that you will continue to be here. If you can give this video a thumbs up, that would be wonderful, because YouTube is always much nicer to me when you give that video a thumbs up. You can subscribe if this is your first time here. I would love for you to subscribe. I am trying to grow my YouTube channel. It's one of my big goals this year, is to really grow my channel and do some collaborations with some other YouTubers and really get back into the community of YouTube. I really adore it, and I'm so excited to be here, along with doing some updates to my website. You will see that, and I would love to have a big celebration in March when I hit my 15-year anniversary for being on YouTube. So I hope you will be here for that as well. Right here on the screen are going to be 2 other videos that you can check out. They will probably be Craftmas related, because that is what I was doing last month. So you can check those out. If you have any questions, please leave comments below. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you tomorrow for Project Life Weekly.